Hello everybody, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I am in the little pool house kitchen here, and today is going to be a very fun, special day. Let me just, hold on, where am I? These are lives, I swear. So first of all, I'm going to, here's a little flower that I picked for you from the garden. And I'm going to read a little affirmation card. So what I like to do is get my box of affirmation cards and shuffle. I'm really not very good at shuffling, but I do my best here. I'll pick a random one, our affirmation for the day. Okay. I prepare for a good night's rest and I feel wonderfully energized when I wake. Allow time for adequate sleep. Sleep allows your mind and body to rest and rejuvenate. Ensure that your resting environment is calm and tranquil. Well, there you go. It's a little challenging when you have 3 children to have a good night's sleep every night, but it is very important. And actually last night, my children slept very well, so that was a good affirmation. Thank goodness, because I do feel so much better when they do sleep through the night. I don't know about you guys or anyone out there who has children. Sleep is something that just makes the world of a difference. So anyway, last week we had my wonderful friend on here. We had Kundalini Yoga with Onkar, and that was so much fun, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't get a chance to join us last week, you can go to my Instagram Live TV, because all of our Wellness Wednesdays are saved there. And this week we're going to be having a wonderful guest, a friend of mine, Candice Kamai, and we're going to be baking some cookies. And so she's going to be talking us through how to do that, and just a little bit of more background about me. Like, I grew up in a little country town in Australia, and healthy eating was important and healthy living was important to my family from a very young age. My grandparents had their own organic vegetable patch, so we cooked together as a family, and I have for the longest time lived my life by the 80% healthy, 20% indulgent rule. And that has really helped me stay balanced, and, you know, because I really feel like food is fuel for your body. So what you put in your body can either energize you, you know, so if you make those healthy, conscious choices to fuel your body with nutrients, it makes you feel so much better and function so much better. And yeah, and then the other 20% is, you know, good for the soul, I guess. So today, the cookies that we're baking with Candice, it's a recipe of hers, and I'm going to connect her here in a minute. But I met Candice because we're both on the Well and Good Council together, and I'm a big fan of her recipe books. So she's a classically trained chef, and she's a best-selling author. She has 6 cookbooks, and she's a wellness and food speaker, and I love how she approaches everything in looking for healthy alternatives, you know, because there's like a conventional way to cook things, and then there's like a healthier way to cook things. And so she looks for those clean, healthy substitutes while still creating yummy dishes. So let me get Candice on now. This is one thing that I do struggle with when I add people in, so bear with me please. Hold on. Let me just see here. Candice. There she is. Hello.
Hi.
How are you, beautiful?
You look amazing. I was like, look at Miranda's glow.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I'm feeling a little, even though I did have a good night's sleep last night, the night before, the kids were up like multiple times in the night. So I feel like you know, you're okay that next day, but the day after you feel a bit like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
You'll have to give me tips one day. I'm
Well,
like,
actually, the last time I saw you was at the 99 launch event, right?
oh my God, it was so lovely. I still have the robe and sleep in it. And I used all Cora last night just for you. It's
Oh,
like, I'm going to put everything on for Miranda and see how I look in the morning.
well, you look beautiful, and it's so good to see you. You're in New York now?
I'm actually in LA.
Oh my God, amazing.
I escaped here because of COVID. I wanted to make sure that I stayed safe and I could still write recipes. And I thought I could go surfing, but I don't think that's going to happen. So,
Well, at least you can cook, right?
yeah, I'm ready to make cookies with you today. And I feel like everybody's really excited because I have so many bananas to share with you,
I have
like
lots of
all
bananas
kinds.
too.
Yeah.
By the way, I love bananas. I think bananas are so underrated. They're such a good quality food, so healthy for you. My little ones, they all love bananas. I mean, not so much
So,
Flynn, but Hart loves them. And then I just started feeding my little 6-month-old a little mashed banana as well, and he loves it.
that's so sweet. Oh my gosh. And I heard about how you grew up in a small country town in Australia. And so I'm like, I wish I could see. I feel like wellness, I always go to Oz to get inspiration from all of you because you're so more inspiring sometimes on the other side of the world. And then being in California and New York, I feel like we adapt to a lot of Aussie and Japanese like traditions.
So your
And
mother's Japanese, right?
yes, yeah. Mom hails from southern Japan, so it's this tiny little island called Kyushu, and it's
Wow.
the California of Japan. And it's known for onsen baths, like the hot
Oh, I
spring.
love the onsen
Yeah,
bath. I've been to an onsen bath. It was one of my favorite experiences ever.
I know. I was gonna say me too. And then it's also known for ramen. So you make
Yeah,
a
you
really
make
good.
some good ramen.
Yeah, I did make it yesterday for dinner too because it's like a comfort food, like, and right now it's so scary and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I'm like, well, I may as well just eat ramen and be happy and use beauty products and eat cookies all day. So,
Yeah. It sounds like a plan. Oh my
oh,
goodness. So when I was looking at your recipe, the choc chips are obviously the most delicious suggestion. But I was like, you know what? Like my little one Heart, he is obsessed with cranberries. So that's when I asked you, I was like,
oh, yes. Okay.
can
I
I
was like, yeah,
substitute
you
the
can
choc
use
chips for
cranberries.
cranberries?
Of course. And I thought that was a really cute idea because what if people also don't want chocolate or they're on a little bit of a cranberry kick like your little one?
Yeah.
We also said like you could use nuts in this. You can use any dried fruit that you want and just chop it up. But I thought it was a really good idea actually because if you think about it, people love oatmeal raisin cookies. So why would you not do a banana cranberry? It sounds really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
A banana cranberry. And you know, I asked him because before he took his nap, so he always naps from like 11:30 till 1:30, so that's great, so I can have time to do this Wellness Wednesday. So before he went down for his nap, I was like, would you like choc chip cookies or cranberry cookies? He's like, cranberry. I think because he doesn't really understand the whole choc chip thing.
Oh my gosh.
But he knows cranberries. He's always like, for a little snack, he'll go for like cranberries, like dried cranberries, dried chickpeas.
Oh,
He's
he
like
sounds like a healthy kid.
bananas, fresh bananas chopped up. He loves wild blueberries.
Oh my God.
But then, so we get these frozen wild blueberries, and then his fingers and his mouth gets all like purple, all stained, but it's so cute. He looks like, he's like,
Miranda, does he like avocado? Because I feel like if you, oh, okay, good.
He loves avocado.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh. I want to see pictures of him with like all
He's
the
so
blue.
cute. He's like, he has like the brightest blonde hair. So he looks like his dad when his dad was little. He has the brightest blonde hair, although he has blue eyes, where his dad has brown eyes. So he's like a mixture, I guess, of the two of us.
That's so sweet. What a cute.
And then my baby, who's 6 months old, he has kind of like a little bit of blue on the outside and more like going into like hazel on the inside of his eyes. And then
I love that. Yeah.
And then my 9-year-old is like full brown hair and full brown eyes. So I've got a mixture with all three of them, of all different, and they're all gorgeous.
That's so sweet. I was gonna say, at your event, remember you said that you have 3 beautiful boys and that Cora is your beautiful baby girl.
Yes. Yeah, Cora is my beautiful girl. So
I know it is a really helpful, beautiful girl too. So you've done so well, and the products are like really effective too. Which, you know, somebody like me who's a writer and like hardcore about beauty products, like I actually love testing them every night. I will test new products. Yeah, because it's like it's COVID time. You know, it's like time to see what works. And I think the vitamin C serum is really like my favorite too, because
it's helped me so much with pigmentation.
Here it is.
Yay! For vitamin C. That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
I know. Even my mom was like, "Oh yeah, I've been using vitamin C lately," and she's like, "The best way is I just eat it." And I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, but if you double down and use it on your face,
that has Kakadu plum in there, which is a great vitamin C. And lemon peel ferment. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Acerola cherries, Kakadu plum, lemon peel ferment.
I just like how it's not as strong as some of the other vitamin C's out there. So I thought it's a great match for somebody who's like an intro into vitamin C.
Yeah, it's very gentle on your skin, but it does give you good results. Like, I don't want to put anything on my skin unless I'm getting results. Like, I have no time for that, you know?
I was going to say, I'm with you on that. I'm going to put the battery on this phone too.
Oh, so yeah. That's the worst if the battery dies.
I know. Well, they love doing these lives, but I have like a battery pack I'll plug in.
Yeah.
If I can find it.
Okay, I just put a little light on there because the light in here is a little weird because it's like a little bright with a little outside.
I was like, I need to find whenever we start baking, when we put stuff in, I'll just run and find the battery pack really quick.
Oh no, yeah. Do you want to do that now? That's okay. You can run and get the battery pack and I'll
Okay, if you want to go through the recipe or something.
Yeah, I can. So I'll tell you, I've got everything set up here. And I have I don't have the actual recipe in front of me, but let me tell you, I have some gluten-free oats, and they're the old-fashioned oats I'm using. And then I have all-purpose gluten-free baking flour. We have a little sea salt, and a little baking soda, some cinnamon, and some vanilla extract, some water. I made sure I got all my measurements out so I wasn't flustered, and some coconut oil, and mashed banana, which I've pre-mashed here. And look, I have your books, your cookbooks here.
I saw that. That was so nice of you. I was like, wow, Maria's so prepared.
Yeah.
I know.
This is your new book, right? This is great. The Japanese Art of Nourishing Mind, Body, and Spirit.
I have flowers for you today.
Oh, thanks.
Aren't they great? I was like, everybody has to have. You have a nice plant of orchids too.
Yeah, I have my orchids over here. I love the orchids because they last for a very long time. And they require minimal watering and minimal, minimal taking care of. When I've got to take care of the kids, I don't need to be worried about the plants over there. And then you've got this other book here, which I have, is the Clean Green Eats.
Oh, I love that book.
Yeah, and I'm all about eating clean.
It's
So
like
this is amazing.
That was like the clean eating Bible when we wrote it a
Shaved
couple
Brussels
years
sprout
ago.
salad. Mmm, yummy.
So good.
So good.
Mm.
Ooh, amaranth berry porridge. This is great.
Thanks,
And
lady.
green ginger sunshine juice. Cucumber, spinach, ginger, pineapple. I love that.
Yeah, and you know those work well for skin too. Like when
Yeah,
you need
I'm
nutrients.
obsessed with green juices. So
I really believe that they work, especially if you need like a reset. It's not hard to do, and it's delicious. And at first,
yeah,
people may think like getting off of sugar is such a chore, but I feel like once you're off of it and you have these
you know that.
cookies, well, they're just like a treat, you know, like it's not like you're going to have them all the time, but I just
Yeah,
feel like once you learn how to cut down on sugar, that everything actually tastes better. Like you can taste what a real apple is supposed to taste like, or strawberries or blueberries.
yeah. And do you because I wanted to ask you about that, because also another thing with my kids, I like really try to avoid the sugar. So which is why I was going to ask, can I substitute the sugar for maple syrup?
Oh yeah, I heard that people wanted to swap all kinds of things, right? Like brown sugar, maple syrup, honey.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah,
really and still like agave. I think the thing is everything is sugar, but
yeah.
maple syrup has nutrient content, and it's like a little bit goes a long way. So you can actually use it to save on sugar content.
Should
And
we do
it's,
like half the measurement then?
yeah, of course. And I started doing that
I
in my
love maple syrup.
I have brown sugar today, but
Yeah.
my mom taught me how to do the cutting sugar in half thing because she thought when she moved from Japan to the US, she thought there was an exorbitant amount of sugar in the United States recipes. Yeah. You might have been like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, my husband is all American, so he's like, he grew up eating that way with so much sugar, and I was like, whoa, like that's a lot. Like,
It's so much. It's so much that my mom used to take a box of sugar and pour it on a scale for me. And she'd be like, "This is how much sugar you are eating today." And I was like, okay, mom.
yeah. And so
Cool.
yeah, you're like, well, now you put it like that in perspective. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely learned the hard way. But I mean, it's all worked out now. I have brown sugar, I have regular sugar, maple, honey, and yes to cranberries.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, whatever you want. I think swaps are the best.
And then I've got coconut oil.
Yes, and actually for baking, we think coconut oil is the best of all oils because it's a neutral oil. So like it doesn't add any extra like there's no like extra refined processing really with coconut oil. It's pretty pure. And it actually adds a really, really rich taste and a rich amount of fat. I mean, I think it's satiating too when you have coconut oil. Like it keeps you fuller longer. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it's the best oil of all to bake with.
Yeah, I bake with coconut oil and cook with coconut oil. I love it.
So good.
All right. So should we go? Should we start?
Yes. And is everybody joining us too? Is everybody else like cooking and baking?
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope
Guys,
so
you need
too.
to tell us if you're cooking with us or if you have any questions. Someone says, I love your necklace. Thank you. That's from my husband. It has true love, emblem, and resilience. That's I thought it was very special. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yay. My friend Jenny's watching. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. That's my sister's name. Okay, so I've got my bowl ready to go for you.
Okay.
I wore
I've got my bowl ready.
Okay, all ready. And then For the banana, Miranda, people always ask what to do. So it can be spotted or bruised and it's okay still. That's what makes this recipe kind of great, is like you can use a new banana or an old banana. You can use a frozen banana, and you can mash it with a fork, or you can mash it with your whisk. Yes.
Right. I mashed mine with a fork earlier, but you know, so I've got mine here. But you're going to mash yours real time, right?
I'm gonna mash mine real time, and then also I'm gonna then add, now you can add your oil and your sugar. And you kind of want to start with your wet ingredients first. So all the wet ingredients go into the bowl first.
Okay.
Yeah. And I hope that you guys, I'm using dark chocolate chips. This is my favorite kind. It's called Guittard. And I don't know why, but they're like dark and chocolate and rich in this dark color.
Ooh.
So
By the way, you could also use carob, right?
Yes, you can definitely use carob. And then you know how we have tons of friends who love their sugar-free stevia chocolate.
Oh, yes.
You can use that too. But I don't think it tastes as good.
Yeah. Okay, so I put banana and then I add
You can add your maple
coconut
or oil. Yes, perfect.
Coconut oil. Putting my coconut oil in there with my banana.
Perfect. And you just want to give it a whisk so that everything is combined together. Okay. And the banana is almost like whipped into the bowl. My comments aren't loading anymore. I can't see what everybody's saying.
Oh no. Someone says, I love you desperately. Hello.
Oh yeah, of course it says that, Miranda.
I see Brazil flags.
What about all the Japanese?
Someone's watching from Japan.
Oh, they love you, Miranda, the Japanese fans.
Oh, I love going to Japan.
I was just saying, I was like, when we were there, I think I was we were shooting for a Japanese news network, and I like looked up and I was like, oh yeah, there's Miranda just hanging out on the billboards.
Oh yeah. Someone else saying hi from Paris.
Hi, Perry.
Hi.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we have a few people from Japan tuning in. I see.
Oh, that's so good. Well,
Genki desu ka?
Hi, dozo.
Mixing?
Hi.
What else do I add in here? So I've just got oil and banana.
Right. You can add your vanilla now. You can add a touch of sea salt if you'd like. Okay. And if you measured out your water, Miranda, you can add your water as well.
Okay,
the water is actually optional. It depends on the kind of cookie that you like the best.
So the water makes it moist?
Yeah, that water makes it like moist and soft and chewy. So
I do like a moist cookie.
I know, me too. But I figured because we recipe test and develop so vigorously, like we do at least, I would say 7 to 10 rounds of testing before it goes into my books.
Wow.
Yes, because there's oven calibration, there's difference in banana, there's difference in product quality all over the world. And some people want a chewy cookie, some people want a hard, firm cookie. So you really have to pick. Yeah.
You have to have some variation.
Exactly.
I love that you add the water in there. I would have never thought that. And then obviously these are vegan cookies, so there's no egg or any dairy in there.
Exactly. And that's the key, is nowadays we're really focused on vegan cooking because it does such good for the world. And we feel like everyone should try a vegan recipe during COVID.
This is
yes,
really
that's perfect. And
good consistency.
You can add your maple, you can add a tiny bit of salt. So all of your dry ingredients can start going in, Miranda.
I'm adding some sea salt here.
Okay, perfect. The salt helps to balance out the sweetness and the fat. So when you're baking and cooking, there's always a balance of flavors. And so what you really want to do is you want to add a touch of sea salt when you're baking cookies or cakes. And usually the taste, like the actual mouthfeel and the taste of the cookie is on a different level. I know it's so silly, but a tiny bit of salt goes such a long way.
I love sea salt.
Me too. Okay, so a lot.
And then how much of this maple should I put in? Because this was the amount of sugar that you suggested. Do I do half or the whole thing?
I would do half of that, yeah, because that looks like a lot.
I think it's 3/4 of a cup, right?
Okay, so 3/4 of a cup sugar is right. So with maple, maybe you can try about half a cup. Will that work? Okay.
Yep.
And I'm going to do reduced sugar in my recipe today as well. So I have brown sugar, but I'm just going to put a touch of the brown sugar in today. Okay, perfect. So
ooh, it's mixing well.
We have most of the wet ingredients in. Then we can start to go for the dry.
Okay.
So a lot of people ask about flour right now, Miranda, because they can't find gluten-free flour or regular flour. So I buy a couple of different kinds of flour. Like,
I like the brown rice flour.
Right? Me too.
Yeah.
I just combine these two, the brown rice and the white rice flour. This one's from Japan. So it's what you make mochi out of this white rice flour. So I just combine the two and it comes out really beautifully. But the trick
loves mochi.
I was going to say, next time we meet, we have to make some mochi together.
That would be so fun. I've never made mochi.
If you add a touch of baking powder or baking soda, it helps as the leavening agent. So that's what goes in with the flour. So you can do all the dry ingredients and whisk it all in.
Okay. I'm putting my flour in. I'm using all-purpose baking flour, gluten-free.
Perfect. We need pink in the background here. I'm such an artist with cooking that I'm like, the lighting in here is not, it's good this way.
I know, the lighting is something hard to get right with Instagram Live.
I'm actually surprised that yours looks amazing and like we don't have any glitches on, like sometimes it's like, you know, there's a little bit of a glitch.
Yeah, we have a good connection.
We really do. Okay, so flour goes in and then what you want to do is you want to fold in your oats. And the fun part about cookies is it's just one bowl all in and then we go to plate up, which is all so simple. And I feel like anybody can bake because it's such an easy thing to do. It relieves stress. It's fun. Your kids are.
It's also rewarding when you give it to someone and they're like, and you just feel like, yeah, I made that. That's right. Yeah, that's plenty more where that came from.
That's why I started. I think I started my love of cooking and baking when I was in college. So my boyfriend went to UCSB and I went to another college down the way. And whenever I would visit him, I would make cookies or cakes for him and his roommates. Yeah.
That's great.
That's story. I know.
I think that's actually why my husband, like, one of the reasons why he's like with me is because I would bake for him all the time. And I would, even on our wedding, I actually made our wedding meal. Like, what? I cooked the day of my wedding. Yeah.
Oh my God, Miranda, that's amazing.
We got married in our backyard, so.
That is so sweet. So what did you make for wedding? Like, what was
well, there's only, I think, 25 guests.
Okay.
So it was just a slow roasted chicken. And what I did, so it's like a turmeric lemon chicken. It's his favorite. Sweet potato mash, and then a big green salad, and then like cheesecake for dessert.
Oh my God,
his favorite Oreo cheesecake.
Dude, you are amazing. That's like my friend Lee, who's also from Australia. I think she made all of her food for her own wedding too. And I thought it was so sweet because customary in the US, the bride is so busy that she like
I got up early in the morning. Thank goodness I could do it, you know. But you know what? I only cooked for like our family. So like for my husband, and then the recipe was like duplicated for the rest of the guests. So I only had to cook for him and Flynn and my parents, and
Oh, that's a really good memory to have too. I wonder if my mom did anything like that. I bet you my dad's side of the family is Polish American. So I bet you they cooked something for their wedding, but they had a Japanese wedding in Japan, and then they had a Polish American wedding in Connecticut. So they kind of did
both.
So cute.
I love that. Anything for a celebration, I must say.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
now, what do I add now? Baking soda.
So your oats are going to go in, Miranda. So when we talk about oats, we want to add oats because they're healthy, they're full of fiber, they're full of nutrients. So when you're eating these cookies, you're not eating just all junk. So the oats add a ton of nutrient content, and they almost act as the binding agent also. So I just use...
Oh, I have the same oats, the old-fashioned rolled oats.
Okay, so I've been testing these on break because we've made cookies so many times. So this one, the extra thick one, Miranda, is so good.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I don't have the extra thick, I just have the old-fashioned.
Okay, the old-fashioned one is good because it's really firm. And most people don't know this, but the instant oats that you cook, they're actually flash cooked. So they're so the nutrient content isn't as good.
That's why I prefer the old-fashioned rolled oats.
Yes, I was gonna say, I like that you have that.
I don't like instant oats. No way.
So once all of that is mixed in, just make sure it's folded in and your consistency is really good. If you need, sometimes, because everyone's banana is different too, so there are times where I have to mash extra banana into my cookies.
So what does your bowl look like right now?
Okay, so right now it looks like this. I added a tiny bit more banana in there.
Okay, I gotta add some more oats in mine.
It could be wet, but it should also be at a consistency where you can scoop and plate your cookies.
Do you remember like the first time you actually like made a cake with your mom or baked? Do you remember that?
Well, my mom used to make these homemade birthday cakes for my sister and I. So they were so good that my sister and I
oh my god, it's your birthday tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thanks, Miranda. Oh my god. I know. And
I had my birthday in quarantine too.
Was it this year after the party?
Yeah, my birthday's April the 20th. And we celebrated Hart's birthday here, and he celebrated his second birthday, just like last week.
I love that. Did you won't believe this, but you and I are the same age. Like, I for sure thought you were way younger than me. Yeah.
That's amazing. So we're both born in 83.
Yeah. Well, I'm 82. Okay, so I am 1 year.
Okay.
1 year younger. But when we were on party day, because of the year, I was the same age as you, and I was like, oh my god.
Well, thanks for saying
really
that.
Good compliment. People have always, they get, and of course they can calculate now because they never tell my age anymore. But I started to figure that I guess we should tell people because maybe they need to see that women can age really well if you take really good care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you look amazing. That's amazing.
No, you do. I just can't wait to finally do all the family stuff, and the career stuff has been great, but I feel like the family life could be even better.
Oh my god, it's the I mean, for me, it's like the most rewarding thing. But I always knew I wanted to be a mother from like when I was a little girl. I don't know. I grew up with little cousins. And so I would take care of my little cousins. And I'd be like, well, one day I'm going to have my own children. And now I have 3 boys.
I know. I still can't believe it. We were all at the party. We were like, oh my God, Miranda has 3 back to back to back. And she has the business and your modeling career. So we're very proud of you.
Thanks for saying that.
My best friend Stephanie has 2 little ones, and she is watching today and making.
Oh, hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Steph. I can't see the comments, so I don't know who's writing.
Someone just sent a bunch of kisses. Lots of kisses. And some heart eyes.
She was going to tune in because her little one, Grayson, loves to bake. And so whenever I come over, like, that's our thing that we do together. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm behind. Do I need to add the cranberries and the cinnamon? Yes?
Perfect. Yes, that's the last touch is go ahead and fold them in with your spatula. Okay, guys, so everybody should have creamy looking. Great. Awesome. Perfect. So about 1 to 2 cups of cranberries are great. And then I'm going to do chocolate.
This is like Heart's heaven.
I love dried cranberries. I wish I could have them more often.
I love dried cranberries.
You know what? I put them in my muesli in the morning. Like, and just make a simple muesli. Does it taste
that
good?
was really sour.
Woo!
You know, sometimes you get a real sour cranberry.
Oh my God, so good. Okay, so I'm gonna add these chocolate chips in about 1 to 1.5 cups. I always just fold in with a spatula at the very end. And the cinnamon will add a little bit of extra flavor that I think your kids
So should I be using
really
a spatula
like.
right now?
Yes, you can use a spatula to fold in the cranberries.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get my spatula ready.
Yeah, it's kind of like changing up the utensils that you use for the proper part of the next step of baking.
Yeah.
So
that's something that I'm not so great on, like getting the right utensils for the right. It's like a doctor, right? Having the right the right, tools to operate.
So then you fold in, and these are going to be so good, and they're almost like dangerous looking.
Yeah, they look really good. I'm excited.
Okay. I'm excited too. These are really good for quarantine because, they look perfect and very hearty.
Yeah, they look very hearty from my little pot.
Okay. So I use this cookie scoop, Miranda. It's like, do you have an ice cream scooper with the boys?
I do, but not down here. But that's okay.
No
I
worries.
can use my hands, can't I?
Yes. Use your hands or use spoons or use
Let me
ice
just put
cream.
my cinnamon in.
Okay.
I'll put the cinnamon in first, yeah?
Sure. You can fold that in with the spatula also. And then when you prepare your baking tray, I use a coconut oil spray.
Oh, great. Can I just use the baking sheet tray, like the baking sheet?
Of course. If you have a Silpat or a straight baking tray that is non-stick, that always works too.
But hold on. This is okay?
Yeah, that's perfect because they won't stick to the parchment paper. So if you have foil or parchment paper, you just lay it down on the bottom.
Okay. I'm just making sure my cinnamon's all mixed in here.
Perfect. And that adds just an essence of flavor, tiny bit of sweetener.
I love cinnamon.
Me too. I think those are going to be like muesli cookies,
Yeah. When I was little, my mother, because my mother had me when she was like very young. So she was 18, and so I spent a lot of time with my grandmother. My grandmother taught me how to cook. So literally from when I was a baby, I'd be in the kitchen with my grandma, and she'd be baking, and she bakes every day. So always a different, something different.
Okay. So what does grandma bake every day? Like, what does she like to do?
Cookies, cakes, slice. She made this, like, it's called Mars bar slice. It's like chocolate with caramel in the middle and then cookies on the bottom.
That is so good.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, she just spent all day in the kitchen making breakfast, lunch, dinner, and there was always like a bunch of people stopping by, like aunts and uncles and any of the people that were working with them, you know, my grandpa, any of the people that worked with him would stop by. And there was always an open door policy. That was just, people were always welcome, and it was like this generosity of spirit, and like her heart was just, is just so pure, and like, sit down, love, have a cup of tea.
That is so cute. What part of Australia are they in?
Well, I grew up in a little town called Gunnedah.
Gunnedah, okay.
Yeah. So hold on. Right now, what do I do? Just quickly wash my hands?
Okay. You can definitely wash your hands and get ready for plate up, or as we can say, prepping the cookies onto the sheet tray. And
Okay,
I'll show you what it looks like. I lined mine up already. And then sometimes I add extra chocolate chips on top.
Okay.
I plugged my phone in, and then I used the bananas to fold up the phone. So they kind of look like this when they're all lined up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wish I could see all the darn comments, but you have to read them off to me, Miranda.
Yeah, I'll keep reading them. Yeah. Oh, these feel good. I love using my hands when I'm cooking because I just feel like you become like at one with the food.
Of course. And you know, everybody has a different method to cookies and cakes, and even like we make homemade granola bars sometimes. And
I saw those in your book.
I think you'll really like them. They're made with easy ingredients that everybody has at home, like pantry staples. And it seems like people really enjoy doing homemade cookies and cakes and a banana bread. So these banana bread cookies, I like that you're doing them with cranberries, and I'm going to do them with the chocolate chips. Ta-da.
Yeah.
Lined up. Okay. So they go into the oven.
And what did we have the oven at? 350?
So usually I do a 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. But you really want to keep an eye on it because everybody has a different oven that's calibrated at different temperatures.
Yeah.
So you never know if someone's oven is extra hot. Like my mom used to have an oven that we thought wasn't hot enough. So we changed the calibration on it. And then things were cooking too hot.
Yeah.
So you just have to almost like eyeball it. And then when they're freshly baked and they're out of the oven, I think that's when people really should eat. And I think your son would like them, you know, fresh out of the oven.
Yeah, there's nothing better than fresh out of the oven.
Yes, exactly. Okay. I'll put these.
Okay, mine are almost
perfect.
Almost done. They do feel a little, like, mine feel a little, you know, wet, but I think that's good.
Okay, so if they feel too wet, what you can do is you can put them into the fridge and you can solidify the dough in the fridge for a little bit. Yeah.
I'm just going to wash my hands quickly. How do they look from where you are?
Oh, they look perfect. And you place them apart, which is perfect because what happens is if they spread, you'll have this thing that my team and I joke around. We call it the cookie sheet. So we've had a couple times where the cookies spread so far that the entire sheet tray was just one big cookie.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
Yeah. And we didn't have time to change from the cookie sheet. So we went to our meetings in New York with one tray of cookies.
But that's
Yeah.
fun because it's something different, right?
Yeah, but we'll never forget because it was so embarrassing. Those look great. Perfect, Miranda. And I can't wait to see what they look like and how they come out too. Are they
Do I put
too?
them in
Yeah, I would put them in and then I would keep an eye on them.
for how
They
long?
10 to 12, but I
Okay.
would keep an eye on them too. Yeah,
On the top or in the middle?
I would put them in the middle because
Okay.
what happens is the top is more of a broil and the bottom is more of a large roast. For
Okay.
pies and cakes and cookies, I always tell people middle rack is so important.
Okay, great.
All
Look, I
right.
also picked this little daisy from the garden.
Oh, I saw your garden before on all your stories. It's so beautiful.
I actually love like gardens and gardening. Even when I lived in New York, I had a little garden out the back. I think just because I grew up as a country girl.
I know you can't beat California though, because I mean in New York, I feel like I really miss the stars at night, and I miss seeing like any kind of nature. So my
Someone in the
mom,
comments was asking, sorry, just while they were there, what lip I'm wearing. It's RMS Red. Do you know Rosemary Swift?
yes, Rosemary
So yeah, it's
Swift,
RMS Red.
friend. Yeah, I feel like all of you girls are friends too, or you know each other. Like
Yes.
Tata, Miranda, Indy Lee, Rosemary Swift. Like you
Yeah.
guys are all like original gangsters and clean beauty.
Yeah.
Saying that to somebody the other day, like you guys have created this incredible family around your brand of beauty, and that had never happened before.
I know. By the way, I put the timer on. I'm not sure if we should wait till they go or.
I mean, we can.
It's like tick, 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 tick.
My mom has a chicken timer like that. It's so cute.
It's pretty funny.
In case we wanted to share the other products.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Glow. So this one, I use it at night, but is there any time where you recommend that we should use that guy?
Yeah, morning. So morning and night, I use that. So in the morning, I cleanse my face. So I cleanse, mist, moisturize. So those 3 steps. And I moisturize using the oil and moisturizer mixed together all over my face. But if you want to do like, you know, the moisturizer then the oil, you can do that, or you can mix them together. But it does give your skin that luminosity and that glow.
Wow, I love that. Okay, this is another favorite.
Oh yeah, that's every single night without fail. That's the sleeping mask after you've done your whole cleanse, mist, moisturize, and your serums and whatnot. I keep that next to my bed, and what happens is like it dries as a translucent veil, so it locks in the moisture, and then it doesn't rub off on your pillow or anything. You wake up in the morning and your skin is more plump. It has natural hyaluronic acid in there, and it just really, really helps your skin, like with that kind of I think it really helps with aging, and it makes you look like you've had 8 hours sleep. It makes your pores finer, you know. It's a really great product.
That's amazing. I remember reading about it when you sent it, and I was like, oh, it has aloe vera in it, and you can really tell.
Yes.
And I also
and coconut.
I love that. Wow. How did you guys find out that would work so well? I mean, aloe vera, yes.
I'm so excited with, like, I think, not to be biased, but we work with the best organic chemists in the world. And one of my favorite things is working with them to say, look, I really want this product and I want it to be super effective. I need it to give me the results that I need. And for me, I'm looking for, you know, something to help me with my pigmentation, something to help with fine lines and wrinkles, something to help with minimizing my pores. Those are the things. So I need active organic ingredients that really work on those, you know, on those issues that I'm looking for. And so I sit down with them and I just say, or we talk on the phone and I'm like, what do you think, you know, what's out there? What's the most active ingredient that we can put into this product that can be really giving us those results? So that's where we go back and forth, and I say, look, this is what I'm after. I mean, I don't know if you've tried the turmeric 2-in-1 facial scrub.
Yes. That one I use so much that it goes the fastest. Like, this has lasted a long time, and actually I'm surprised at how long these last.
Yeah. Well, I use the serum every morning before I put my moisturizer on. So cleanse, mist, serum, and then moisturize.
So what are you using for the mist part? Because that part...
Oh, I have a rose mist. So Core Organics makes a rose mist, and that's what I love the most. Although at night, I use the lavender mist. We make a lavender mist, and I put that by my pillow because, we're at 5 minutes. And the lavender mist, that's the little clock here.
I know, my mom, I was looking at that, my mom had a chicken timer. You're stacked up by a bunch of bananas, by the way.
That is so cute. I don't mind being on the bananas.
I hope you don't mind being on the bananas. I never know what to stack the phone with, because there's so many lives and Zooms, you know, like these days. I'm like, we have to get dressed. We have to do our makeup.
I know, but actually it's quite good because it gives you an excuse to get dressed and do your makeup and get ready. Like, oh, that's a little bit of normalcy going on. By the way,
we peep at how the cookies are doing too. I want to like see in my oven really quick. I'm just trying to make sure my phone doesn't die. The cookies.
Mine seem to be good. Yeah, I mean, I hope this oven's doing what it should be.
Your oven looks super pro, so it should be perfect. Yeah. Wow, the light here. Oh my gosh, it's so bright here compared to New York. You know how in New York it's like dark during the day and it gets dark super like quickly. I just moved back here like in January, and it's been so different, but I guess it's good because this is where I grew up, you know, and like surfing and the garden, like you were saying, and the water. My mom was saying that the Japanese culture is based of the land, so they really appreciate, much like you do, gardening, fishing, like going out to like hike. So she's like, all of our life is tied to the land and
and to nature.
Yes, she was saying like they respect the land and nature more than anything, and they prize it. You know, there's like Shinto gods that are about like nature and spirits that they pray to, and it's all just related. It's not non-denominational. It's all just like believing in Kame, the spirits of nature that bring us gifts, and we thank them. Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's really
By the way,
cool.
in the comments, someone's like, by the way, how old is Miranda? Does anyone know? Well, I just had my 37th birthday. That's how old I am.
Yay!
Oh, and age is just a number, right?
That's why we overlap. Okay, yeah, so today is my last day of being 37.
There you go. We're both 37.
I know. Well, I really did. I was like, I wonder, the most beautiful part about this though, Miranda, is that if people can't tell how old you are, I think that's the best compliment of all. You know? Because your personality is so beautiful.
Yeah, well, you know, my grandma's like that. She's very mischievous, I guess you could say. I don't know. Cheeky.
It's her.
In an innocent way. So what should we do? Oh no, my timer.
Miranda, we can take questions really quick.
We can take questions?
Yeah. We only have a couple more minutes.
Yeah, because my timer has done something strange.
Oh, God.
It's back to 0, so I don't even know.
Oh, I know what happened. It just went from 5 to 0 then.
Yeah.
Or did it? Okay, just keep an eye on it. I can't see any questions though, because it's been stuck on comments from like way back when, which is so, it's so crazy.
Someone said 30 is the new 20.
I like them.
Yeah, we like that. Someone's asking, where's my dress from? Okay, let me have a look. That's how bad I am. I don't even know where it's from. What does it say? I don't know. What does that say?
Okay,
do you see?
so I think it's Reformation.
Reformation. Yeah, it's Reformation, yeah.
That's what their tag looks like. So it's super
Someone
cute.
said men should use the turmeric scrub. Yeah, my husband uses the turmeric scrub. Every morning in the shower, he uses the turmeric scrub because it exfoliates his face and it prevents ingrown hairs in his beard.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never
because you can use it, the turmeric scrub, as a scrub and a mask, but I'm just seeing if I have it in here. But but I use it as a scrub mostly.
Do you use it like, do you do anything to your neck or your
always?
Chest?
So I think it's important to really put all the products here and all the way up. Yeah.
I've been doing that too, and I'm like, how come nobody knows that you're supposed to, if you put sunblock
I
on,
also do it on my hands.
Yes, same. I feel
actually
like
my hands feel really nice, actually feel good, nice and smooth. And the smell of the turmeric mask is so uplifting. Like, it's pepperminty and it tingles.
It's so good. It's like there really isn't anything else out there on the market that's like the turmeric scrub, so that's why I like it. I use it, so when I take a bath, I'll always put a mask on, and I'll like use it as a mask in the bath, and then just exfoliate with it. So that's
so you use it as a mask, and I use it as a scrub. But you can use it both ways.
But it's like this is the nighttime like sort of mask too, for.
That's the nighttime version, but you can also use this as a quick flash hydration treatment. So for instance, like before quarantine, if I had an event that I had to go to, I would put it on my face, use it as that quick flash hydration, and then wash it off, like, 10, 20 minutes later, and it plumps the skin and hydrates the skin. Looks good.
I love that.
It really helps with the fine lines and wrinkles.
Well, I'm going to keep using it, and I'll report back to you too.
Yeah. I use it on the tops of my hands, and I actually use a little on my feet too.
Do you feel like it's made a difference on your feet? Oh my god.
I know, it keeps your feet really soft and smooth.
Oh my god. Now
and then I put socks on.
That's hilarious. I'm going to start doing that now. Okay, I feel like we can check our cookies now and just
I think we can too.
Okay.
Mine look kind of done.
Mine do too. I actually think they might be. So there's a thing called residual baking at the very end. So it means whenever you take something out of the oven, it's actually still cooking until it reaches a normal temperature.
I should take mine out, correct?
Yes. If you feel like they're done, go ahead and take them out. They should look like solidified little tiny banana bread cookies. Wow, I can't believe how many people, you guys have all stayed with us. It's amazing.
Here we go. Cookies!
Yay!
And mine are cranberry oatmeal.
Oh my god, I love these. I really want to know if your son likes them too.
They smell so good. Oh my goodness.
Dude, they look perfect.
Thanks.
You're a really good baker. Mm.
Well, I try. Look at.
I know. Well, now that I know that you totally do all your cooking and baking, that's amazing. I wish more people did it like as much as they could, because it's so rewarding.
It is rewarding. When you have time, it's the best.
I love it.
Yeah. So there we are. I mean, was there anything else that you want to talk about or say before we wrap up now that we've made our cookies?
You're so sweet. I think the only thing for everybody to remember is just to stay positive and kind, because like at this time, you never know what other people are going through. Yeah. And if you can be that shining light for other friends, even though it's hard sometimes, like you can still be a good person. and get through the hard times, even if you're going through struggles yourself. You can always be kind. Like, that's what my parents had always taught me, and to help others and to volunteer by giving others opportunities. Or I've even seen Cora does so much outreach with charity work and volunteering. It's impressive to see people stepping up and doing their part to help. So I just encourage people to volunteer and to follow, kind, hardworking women like Miranda and myself, and support us, because we're out here every day. I'm happy that we get to share happy things with other people, Miranda. Like, it makes me happy, like making cookies any day you want.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was so good to see you, and everybody out there, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed the wonderful cookies from Candace, and obviously you can check out her books and get some more wonderful recipes. So thank you so much. You're a beautiful ray of light. I really enjoyed this time with you, and take care and have a wonderful birthday tomorrow.
Hey, Miranda. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Have a great week, and let me know how he likes the cookies.
Oh, yes. Everyone let us know. Okay. Lots of love. Bye.
Lots of love. Thanks for